T? Oh no, I'm T. T and A.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat. I think that today we just like wanted to talk about like film and like what was our like aha moment. It's like why we were like, oh my god, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I've heard your story before, and it's awesome.
Don't oversell it now.
I'm not overselling it. So I think it's awesome. It's up to them what they think is.
Well, it's really relevant because the show is coming back. I don't know. It doesn't feel real. It feels like somebody's telling me that I get to go on like a crazy trip. Like they could potentially be lying. So I'm not.
So you don't want to get too excited.
Right before 7th grade, I think, I was downstairs and it was like a little bit later at night. It was during the summer. My mom worked at a school.
She worked for the district, yeah.
Yeah, so she had to get up super early. It's pretty late. And my sister, my older sister, she's laughing. She's laughing uncontrollably. I'm like, what is so funny? Like, what are you laughing at? I go upstairs, I'm like, dude, what are you laughing at, man? And she was like, oh my god, I just got Will and Grace on DVD. And I was like, oh, alright, whatever. Like, I briefly heard of the show. I'm talking like 7th grade. So a lot of like jokes that they're making, like innuendos, I'm barely understanding.
Yeah, when you go back and you watch a show and you're like
the Animaniacs, you're like,
whoa,
dirty.
Yeah.
So then she was like, oh, you can totally watch them if you want. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I stayed up until 4 o'clock. This is binge watching before binge watching was a thing. Like crying, I was laughing so hard. And then all of a sudden, like I knew it was 4 o'clock because I could hear my mom starting to like get up and get ready for work. And I was like, oh shit. And at some point, like I'm watching all these seasons and I'm watching the show and it, like I literally had an epiphany, an aha moment. Like lightning struck my brain and I was like, you can get paid to do this. You can get paid to have this much fun, to be this funny. And I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like not necessarily act, but just somehow be a part of the thing. I think I've said this since 7th grade. I was like, I'll be the executive producer of Getting Coffee. I don't give a shit. I need to be there. I need to be in it.
That's what I think. It's being on a set is like insane. Like it's like so much magic that goes into it.
It's pure magic. It's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, it's like
movies,
it's magic.
Television, they take you to a place that you don't think is even possible that it could exist.
And you do
it could be so cool, and it just makes me cry. Oh my god! I remember I was watching Finding Neverland, right? And there's the part of the movie where they just like open the door and it's like Neverland, but it's not really Neverland. I like cried like a little bitch. Like I was crying insanely, and I was like,
that also has to do with,
it's just so magical.
That also has to do with like a big portion of like the music. And I remember for a long time I wanted to score movies. That's what I wanted to do. For a long time I wanted.
I did not.
See, I was always like my dad got me really into like film in the first place, but then my dad was like, it's all about music. He's like, it's about the music. He's like, listen to it. And then I remember for a while I was thinking about changing my major to music, and I was like, I would love to just be in charge of scoring. I'm the one who gets to pick all the songs for this movie. I would love to be,
when just like a little song can make you feel a certain
way. It's like we play this really insane game where like we play a portion of a song, or we play the song, and we have to guess what movie it's from. But it's not just from movies. It could be the end credits. It could be the trailers. It could be a TV show or the scene. And like sometimes she played one the other day and she's like, I'll be so impressed if you get this one. And I was like, are they talking in a park? And she goes, yes!
Well, I would say over 80% of my music is from
Same
television.
Here. And now looking back,
what was your...
My epiphany moment was, so when I was a kid, like I watched movies all the time. Like, I mean, we lived in Arizona. It was really hot. And we had to like, my dad would take me to see Tremors, I think like 5 or 6 times in theaters. Like my dad, I was like, and it was like $1. And I was like, can we see it again? And my dad was like, yeah, sure. Like, so he just like was like, I just loved doing it. And we saw Dante's Peak a lot. And I remember my dad was like, he thought I'd be like really scared, but I remember just being like, I wonder how they like, how they did it. Like I remember I had a lot of questions about how because I knew it wasn't real, but I was really fascinated by the mechanics of it and like how they pulled those scenes off and how they did it. And my dad he tried to answer my questions a lot. And then like DVDs came out and I started watching all like the commentary. Like you watch the film, but they have the directors like talking about how they actually did do it, and I loved it. I watched it like for every single movie we owned. And my dad has probably the largest film collection, I think, of anyone.
Blockbuster. I saw it. I lost my mind and started buying movies uncontrollably. I was like, I need this.
But it's like you can never be on his level because he has so many films. Like that's what he collects is film, and because everyone has a thing they collect. I feel like, and my dad's a film collector. Like that's like what he loves to do. And
I've never met somebody just as passionate about it as me, as you, and then meeting your dad. It's like a breath of fresh air.
When you meet people who are passionate about the same things you are. But I always was like, that's such a far off dream. Like I could never do it. I could never be in the film industry. I remember I was like, but it was my biggest dream was to be in the film industry, and I just knew I was like, I don't think I would ever be able to do it. And then I met you in that film class. And I was like, so like, why did you take this class? Because I don't think you asked me first. I think I asked, and you were like, well, this is what I want to do with my life. And I was like, holy shit, someone wants to do it. And I couldn't believe I met someone who was like, no, this is what I want to do. And I was like, maybe it is possible. Maybe you can want to do this for the rest of your life. And I was like, whoa. And I was like mind blown. And then it took off from there because all I needed was that someone else wanted to do it. No, I'm serious. I needed that, like, someone else wants to do something that I wanted to do too.
I was kidding, but now I feel like I'm really gonna cry.
Don't cry. No, but it's true. I like really. You are crying.
I know.
Don't cry.
I love movies so much.
I love movies too. Now I'm gonna cry. I never thought it was like possible until I met someone who was like, no, like this for real. This is it. And I was like, oh my God, she's right. This is it. This is my one thing I'm so passionate about. Because I remember forever I was like, I don't have anything I'm passionate about. I have no idea. And then all of a sudden it clicked. I was like, I fucking love movies. Like, we're insane. Even my dad sometimes is like, you guys.
We saw Snow White and the Huntsman. I bought the score and I listened to it for
No, I listen to the Harry Potter score all the time. Like the whole soundtrack. I will listen to it in my car, like driving. Like I will, like I straight up will listen to it.
The new Star Trek movie.
Oh my God, the Star Trek scores are amazing.
Just
I cry sometimes listening to the Star. I'm like,
they're so good
because you can see the scenes.
It's emotional. It's like, my dad got me into it too. Like he would, as all three of us.
Thing.
It is a dad thing. Well, I mean, it could be
my mom
thing,
was really artsy too, though. My mom was super into art, and
we literally had like in that
we had
way,
the
our
perfect
parents are the
brewing.
same because my mom draws fantastically.
My mom's a painter.
Her signature is like a fairy came down and just like blew it, and there it is. I don't know what I was trying to say. Like she blew fairy dust or whatever. And that's what my mom was saying. I didn't know what I was trying to say. We come from very artistic parents.
I think we do.
I mean, they didn't take that path, but they have that in them. Mm-hmm. And then just creating us, it was just they were just like. There it is. Dad would just like he would sit us down and show us these movies and just like leave the room like Titan AE. What a great!
I remember we saw it in theaters. I remember seeing Titan AE. I remember my dad was like, "We got to go see this movie," and I went and saw it. And I was like,
"I know like movie lines really well." But
I know, like that's
Cruel Intentions.
See, my dad always played the game where my brother, my dad and I, we always played the game where like you say a movie line and you have to guess the movie, but like it just got too easy, and so now he had to one up.
My dad and my uncle would do that together. They would recite like Blues Brothers and things like that.
And I mean, that's how we started our friendship. Was just like doing movie lines over and over again. God, we're weird.
I know,
but I don't think we're weird because it's like we're weird together, I guess. But to the outside world, I could see how it's weird. You're like, what the hell? What's the movie where it's about De La Salle? Sorry.
Flipping through my Rolodex.
I know. That's how I imagine it too. It's like it's a Rolodex, just like going through movie scenes, like, and that's we were saying
the coolest one that I ever had was it was in context, but all the guy said, he was like, hey, oh, you remember that one movie? I was like, Paul Rudd, Friends with Kids, and he was like, how'd you do that? And I was like, I don't know. And there was a show, Sanctuary, and they started off as a web series and they moved to television and sci-fi and it got really popular, and they would put out podcasts every week, but it was of the commentary of the show, and I loved it. And that was what I looked forward to. It was Amanda Tapping, Martin Wood, and Damian Kindler, and they would just talk. And then Amanda Tapping and Damian Kindler would like kind of joke a little bit, but then Martin Wood would be like, okay, this is what we used to do this shot.
Exactly.
I appreciated that so much because a lot of commentary doesn't do that.
But there are a lot of them do.
Oh, I had so much respect for them.
No, I watched the Pitch Perfect commentary, and like those seem like movies that aren't like cinematically like, oh my God, but like they still will talk, like they are some of the greatest ones because they sit there and they talk, oh, like, so we did lighting, so the lighting in this was awful. Anyway, so she talked about how they set up lighting in all these like different scenes, and she's like, no, lighting was like an issue we like met like several times, and I appreciate that so much. They talk about their solutions and what they did to fix like different.
All that stuff, all of it comes together. It's not just one person who has a great idea and then a movie's made. It's you have your
so
DP,
much goes into
you have the ADR, you have the CGI, you have the red cameras, you have the blue screen, you have green screen, and it's like I don't think,
And then on top of
you
it-
think you're going to be entertained for like an hour to 2 hours, and it's like these people put 6 months to a year to 5 years. All that is just a genuine like need to entertain another person.
Yeah, and I feel like
You want to tell a story. You want people to love your story. It's not selfish. It's not self-indulgent. It's not entitled. It has nothing to do.
it has to do with something like
with
deep
anything
inside
other
you.
than your
Like,
a passion to tell a story. And I think I don't understand anybody who doesn't like movies, who wouldn't want to work in it. I'm just like, if you
well, I can understand
you
people who
put
don't
your
want to work
heart
in it.
and soul into this.
I understand people who don't want to work in it because that's not what they're passionate about. But when I realized that that's what I was passionate about, I was like, oh, this is what this feels like. 16-year-old me, when I realized, oh my God, like this is it. This is what it is. This is what that feeling. I was blown away, and like I've held on to that feeling ever since. And that's why I think I love how much we're doing just this alone. We get to edit something. We get to film and edit, and like.
It's a skill. Every part of it is a skill.
The whole point is to stay educated and to keep pushing yourself to understand movies like further and further.
I love all movies. I mean, I cling a little bit towards the sci-fi movies, but I love them all.
I like the single take in Goodfellas.
Oh, where they go
They
through the
go to the
restaurant?
and he's like, Jimmy 2 times.
Classic.
He said everything 2 times. Like, honey, get the papers, get the papers.
Oh my God,
I
when
had
you-
never seen it, and I was
when
like,
you were watching, I was like, all I can hear is Ray Liotta's voice.
You're like, I
Turn
get
it
it.
down a little bit. Most of the movies that I have that are my absolute favorite movies, besides Cruel Intentions, is an independent film because
What is like your favorite? Your favorite movie of all time is Cruel Intentions, you'd say?
It's either Nightmare Before Christmas or Cruel Intentions, but I feel like Comet is really
Really high up there. You
Climbing
have
up
watched Comet
there.
a lot, and Comet's
I
really
love it
beautiful
so, and it's
shot.
also Emilius Reyes, and the colors, the cinematography, the music, the emotion, the everything. It's a brilliant film. Bottom line, if you're passionate about something and you find that's something that you're passionate about, find a way to do it. Is everybody who's passionate about film gonna make it in film and television? No. Find a way to keep it in your life.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, because we who knows? We might not ever become the producers that we want to become, but you know what? That doesn't matter because we're always going to be working on a film still. And like, there's weird stuff people are passionate about, things that they like love. Like, you love to paint.
You might not be Van Gogh, but you are you, and you love to do it. There's no reason to stop because another person doesn't like. The best thing a film teacher ever told me is like, what's the worst thing that they can say to you? No.
I think I saw this documentary, or I think one of the best things anyone's ever said to me was actually from a student. And I was like, oh, I don't think I could ever really make it or whatever. And he goes, realism is for paintings, not for my dreams. And it just really stuck with me. I wrote it down. I think that we are passionate about this, and this is something that we want to do, and I think we're going to do it for the rest of our lives, though.
Yeah, no matter if nobody sees it. So,
we hope that you guys enjoy it, though, and we hope that
do you.
Yeah,
do what makes you happy.
Like, we want to support, let us know if there's things that you need us to, like, follow in, because it's just, like, we want support from you guys. We want to support your dreams as well. Okay, well, thank you for stopping onto our channel again.
Listening to our word vomit
of film.
Film passion.
But, thank you, and then until next time, cheers.
I wasn't ready.